Hello friends, I hope all are doing well. Today I chosen the topic for my lecture is AFSPA. First of all, I would like to tell you this topic is very important for all of us. I will cover this topic in three parts: introduction, main body, and conclusion. So let's start without delay. Introduction. What is AFSPA? AFSPA stands for Armed Forces Special Power Act. Parliament passed that act in the year of 1958. But why? What's the reason? Because before 1958, Nagaland state they have the great violence by two groups. So that reason, central government taken decision. They discuss in the parliament and both houses passed law and it's called Armed Forces Special Power Act. Let's move toward the main body. Firstly, I introduce here the background of that. This act not started in the 1958 in our nation whenever British ruled in our nation. That time, British government imposed and enacted that act in our country. In the year of 1942, Quiet India movement led by Mahatma Gandhi. This movement started on 8 August 1942. That time, that act imposed in our nation. In the year of 1942, August 9, Mahatma Gandhi arrested by the British government and they taken decision 15 August 1942 passed ordinance number 2. And what is ordinance number 2? Ordinance number 2 gives the power to the police force and armed force. Thereon, that act imposed on our nation. That means Armed Force Special Power Act introduced by the British government during the Quiet India movement. That time, Viceroy Linthingwa ruled on our nation. Viceroy Linthingwa, it is say during the Quiet India movement, it's big civil disobedient movement and it's a turn into rebellion. Thereon, 15 August 1942, Viceroy taken decision and imposed Armed Force Special Power Act on our nation. Thereon, after independence, when created same situation in our nation in the state of Nagaland citizen and some rival groups against the Indian government and they asked the independency. That time central government taken decision and implement Armed Forces Special Power Act on that state. Let's see what exactly said that act. Whenever that type of condition and situation created in any state, that time central government passed Article 246. What is Article 246? Article 246 say central government have the rights, Parliament have the rights to make Armed Force Special Power Act. That means this act made under the Article 246. Parliament have the rights made Armed Force Special Power Act under the Article 246. Thereon, next Article 248. What is say Article 248? Article 248 say it's maybe modified Armed Force Special Power Act. That means if you want give more power, if you make amendment in the article of AFSPA, thereon that article gives rights to the Parliament. Article 248. Whenever any state create violence, that time, firstly, central government enacted Article 355. What say Article 355? Article 355 say central government must be protect the country. Central government must be protect the state from the insurgency. This violence not create inside only the state. It's outer protect and inner protect also. That means outer insurgency and inner insurgency. So Article 355 say central government must be protect the state. And under Article 355, when imposed central government in any state, that time it's a depend on the governor and central government imposed the Armed Force Special Power Act on that state or not. For an example, Manipur. Presently, Manipur state has Armed Force Special Power Act. So, when Manipur state have created the violence, that time first the central government see that violence handled by state government. If state government able to handle that matter, thereon central government are not involved there. But state government are not unable to handle that matter. Thereon, chief minister discuss with the governor and governor meet with the union minister, home minister and said, you must be interfere in our state. And central government with the help of Article 355 start to protect that state. And if the violence created, then central government enacted Article 355 under the AFSPA and said it's a disturbed area. Let's see the Article 356. What does it say the Article 356? Article 356, it's say the President's rule. Whenever state government failed, Chief Minister resigned, state government broken the orders, broken the laws and rules of the Constitution. That time they implemented President's rule. In Manipur, they have created the violence, so state government unable to handle that violence. So presently, Presidential rule enacted on the Manipur. So under the presidency rule, also President, they are enacted Armed Forces Special Power Act. That means after presidency rule, if create the violence, thereon President said it's a disturbed area and imposed their Armed Forces Special Power Act. Let's see next article. Next article 357. That means Article 357 say after Article 356, state government have rights to ask the question. State government handle the police force under the Article 356. But whenever they are enacted Article 357, that time all state government power turn into turn toward the central government. That means central government react and functioning as it is a state government in that state. Means more power generate and getting by the central government through Article 357. Let's see Article 352. It's a national emergency. Article 352 say whenever country face the war and any major attack happen in the country, that time President enacted Article 352 in all country. It's called national emergency and they are imposed AFSPA in all nation. Let's see some articles which are connected with the AFSPA. Article 19. What's the Article 19? Article 19 say it's a give the freedom to the people move anywhere. But AFSPA, whenever imposed on that state, that time temporarily stop Article 19. Means Article 19 give the freedom to the citizens to speak and express their thoughts, move anywhere. But whenever imposed Article 356 and they imposed and enacted the AFSPA, that time Article 19 temporarily stopped. That means no more than 5 people gathered on place, and after 6 o'clock in the evening, no people get out the outside from their home. So that article stopped temporarily. Article 14. What's the Article 14? Article 14 say peoples have the rights, live their life. It's have the freedom. But if instead of army person, any citizen or police person, police officers kill the citizens who are innocent, kill the suspected who are innocent. So under the Article 14, that person family file the complaint against the citizen who's killed the suspected and against the police officers who's killed innocent person. That means Article 14 give protection to them. Next, see the Article 21. Article 21 say if soldiers did a fake encounter, so Article 21 give power to that person family file the complaint against that soldier. But that time judge, court asked to that family, you must be taken permission from the central government, and they are applicable to law. It's called Article 72 and Article 161. Both article say Article 72 it's a president pardon and Article 161 it's a governor pardon. Both are pardon to the court to reduce the power of Article 21. So those are articles which are connected with the AFSPA. Let's see the section. AFSPA, when they made that time, there has total 6 sections. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4, Section 5 and Section 6. Let's see one by one. In the Section 1, there have the article name. That means law name, Armed Forces Special Power Act 1958. Then whenever enacted, that place name, if there have the Manipur, so Manipur, their date when enacted that article in that state and time. So all information has in the Section 1. In the Section 2, it's a dictionary of the law. That's called, what is the disturbance area? So they mention the definition and what exact say the disturbed area. Those information you will find out in the section number 2. Section number 3, central government. Under the section number 3, declare the disturbance area. Whenever state government are not unable to control the violence, so that time state government declare area under the section 3. And section 4. What's the section number 4? Section 4 say it's to give the power to the armed forces. Which type of power? Let's one by one see. Fire and forcefully. What say? That means any person, any suspected carried weapon. So if given warning by the armed forces to that person, but that person not committed with them, thereon armed forces have the power to kill them, shoot to him. Second, check premises. Without warrant, armed forces check the premises of the suspected house. Third, without warrant, check any person and vehicle. Without warrant, armed forces check any person, home and their vehicle. As well as they destroy the armed dump. That means in the forest area and in the village area. If they found the information about the hideout, so they should be destroyed. Section 5. Section 5 say, within 24 hours, armed forces should be hand over that is suspected to the police and give the reason why they catched that person. And section number 6 say, it's a give the power, it's a give the protector to the soldiers or defense person. If defense force killed any person, any suspected during that act imposed on any state, so that time this section number 6 protect to that soldier, protect to the all defense forces. Means no one person filed a complaint against them, but they have the article already I mentioned, article 14, article 21, what exactly say? If fake encounter, so article 21 is there. If armed forces, either any person, instead of armed person, any force, police force, shoot to the any suspected, so that time article 14 started and it's implemented their article 14. Under the article 14, their family filed the complaint against that person. So those are all section 1 to section 6, all are 6 section having the AFSPA. Let's see how it's doing a work with an example you easily understand. Whenever create any condition, create any violence in any state, so that time firstly chief minister focused on that violence and try to solve out, but that violence turn into the major violence, so that time chief minister discussed with the governor observed those condition and governor decided, okay, it's a necessary to disturb area, so he discussed with the home minister, that means central government focused there and implement article 355, means it's central government have the power protect the state under the article 355, but violence not okay, thereon they implement their armed force special power act. Thereon next imposed their article 356 like president rules, means whenever state assembly not doing a work properly, so article 356 they are implemented. Thereon if that state have many problems created, protests are increasing violence, then again imposed article 357. So those types article doing work in our nation during any create badly situation or any violence. So those are information about the AFSPA and those types of step by step doing a work. So move toward the conclusion. According by my personal opinion, this act very essential for our nation, because if any violence created in our nation, in our state, so that time it's important protect that state, save the sovereignty, maintain the unity through AFSPA. And presently 7 states, means 6 states of the northeast side and 1 union territory, it's called Jammu and Kashmir, those are they has the AFSPA in present scenario. So thank you so much friends, suppose are listening and watching this video. I hope those information very helpful for your upcoming examination. Thank you so much.